Welcome, everybody. Welcome, every person. Welcome, every place. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, every place. Welcome, every person. Welcome, everything. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, every place. Welcome, every person. Yo, I welcome everything. You know how I do it. You know how I do it on a physical plane. How do I do it? Extravagant, deliciously. You want to be in the concept of having a life that's so phenomenal that's just even blowing your own goddamn mind. You ever had a mental orgasm? Never mind a mind fucking. Mastered and owned, written, produced by me. None other than the great Nate of 2024. Extended from 1967. You know what it is. Come on and get on the web, people. We're gonna let a few people get on the vibe. See if we can get the frequency upgraded. You know what I'm talking about? Once we get this frequency a little high and vibrating, we're gonna move on into some science. When I talk about mathematics and science, I'll have you know that I'm talking about a superior, a more supreme type of science and mathematics. Are we clear on that? I'm not talking about. Set your place on fire. Let's get high. I'm not talking about like that information that you got about it in the schoolrooms. No. I'm not talking about the information that your teacher taught you. I'm gonna set your place on fire. I'ma make it better. I'ma make it better. I'ma make it better. I'ma make it better. So we're talking about tonight spiritualizing. All right. Spiritually capitalizing. That's the terminology we want to run with tonight. That's the idea we want to end the day with. That's what I want to lay my head down tonight. All right. So what I want to do is just do a little reading. And just expound a little bit on the idea why I come to the terms that we should be spiritual capitalizing. All right. And I hope by me to reading the information that I'm going to read, by the time I get to summarize it all up, you have already pretty much put the pieces to the puzzle together. I'm just hoping. All right. So we're going to ring the bell, ring the tuning bowl, indicating, signifying, and hoping, like Jesse Jackson, that all is well in your life, right? And in those who you concern. Yeah, some of you people got well wishes and meaningful ideas for your family members out there. And I understand. There's nothing wrong with that. That is perfectly fine. What's more important that you capitalize with the love,
Power off.
all right, that you have, and understanding how this is the ultimate supremacy idea and functioning of anything spiritual. The greatest thing that man has to do and woman on this earth is to have a supreme, superior state of health spiritually, not financially. Did I say no? You should be spiritually happy, but horribly broke? No, I'm not saying that either. But you don't want your primary ideas and focusing on that of making your pockets fat, getting to that of only a six-figure digit when you can expand far wide than any currency that you have here on the mundane level. And this is why I bring these ideas to light. So let's get started. We're going to start off with a reading that I abstracted out of a book titled Trust Life, right? It's put together very well by a woman named Louise Hay. So check it. The more I love myself, the more I feel loved by life. Why is this, people? Huh? Because when you treat life right, life in all stages will treat you 10 times fold better than what you put out. Your little measly little $2 that you gave somebody on the corner. You get tenfold back for that. So why aren't you manipulating these elements of forces that you got to be prosperous with and capitalizing? We got to understand what I'm meaning when I'm talking about spiritual capitalizing. I'm not talking about no Casper, the friendly ghost, and boogeymans and spookies and unseen angels with arms and niggas with heads and shit that I can't see. With the the devil on the left and the angel on the right. You can pass me with that right now. I'm not, if that's what you resonate in and with, by all means, carry your way on into that. But add this idea too to that of your arsenal. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you, I know your parents didn't tell you, but you're Superman. Yes, the world does evolve around you. It's okay. Go ahead, let it out. Go ahead, start crying. Get some tissue. I know your parents didn't tell you that because they wasn't made to tell you that. They wasn't taught to teach you this, people. You ain't read the Willie Lynch letter? Whether the I don't know. I don't think no one particular person put that together. No. I think Willie Lynch is a metaphor. But what's more important is that you're not going to tell me that that's not the order of the day, huh? So what do that mean? By default, you sending me down the motherfucking river, okay, in a basket. You know how long a nigga lasts in a basket in the ocean? Not too long, will you? That shit ain't glued up. They didn't say Mary glued it all up and fortified it where water couldn't get in. And I couldn't been swimming. I'm not a good swimmer then. I was thrown in the water to swim. So when you love yourself, the more you'll see how life is treating you right, even through the people. People everywhere you go with just hand, if not verbally, physically, not physically or verbally, energetically, you good, well gesturing and safe travel. She goes on to say that life is always trying to love us. Life is always trying to love you. It's not here to make you upset, give you an 80% good. Now the other 20% of your life is going to hell because you thinking God got something against you. If anything is against you, it's you against yourself. You ain't putting in the proper etiquettes and ethics. See? So life is always trying to love us, but we need to be open if we are to see it. Louise tells Robert Holden, quote, how do we stay open, he asked, right? End quote. By being willing to love yourself, she says. Loving yourself is the key to letting life love you. Isn't that wonderful? You thought it was some hard, go ahead, take your little trip to the Shahara over there to the Middle East, going on sitting up in there in the mountains in fucking Tibet, some goddamn where, you know what I mean, eating on a piece of lettuce. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, all somewhere up in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, drinking on refined, clean, mountain spring, rocky water. No, it's just a simple looking in the mirror and say to yourself, self, you're the greatest on this whole planet. Listen, my motto's always been, never mind what he reverted to doing afterwards, but he gave me the jewel is to say that, yes, I am the greatest. You know, I, I can't turn back from that. You see, you talking about regressing, having a damaged state of not only psychic but of mental, and then eventually the whole total physical breakdown. Right? Because that's damn near like you just threw the car you at 90 miles an hour. You got this doing in 5. Nah. And all of a sudden you just throw it down in 2. come off the clutch. You gonna fuck your shit up, man. Road talk. You can't. You gotta go 4, 3, and then 2. Same thing in life. When this comes to this high power knowledge, especially where Muhammad Ali was, y'all gotta remember he was amongst the highest of orders. So it may all well been game of him saying, "Well, nah, I don't believe no more that I'm the greatest. I done been. Now I think there's somebody greater than me, and I'm now leaning more towards that I should be believing in something that's greater than myself." No, I'll never succumb to the no such foolishness. Because for me, this is for me, people. For me to have something becoming greater than me means my downfall. See, now you become my God. You become whatever is great, and I'm scared. I'm scared of that. If I'm not in control, I've never been on the back of a motorcycle. You know why? I don't know which way you going. I'm not in control. I will never get on an airplane again. You know why? For when it's time to go down, you're not gonna let everybody know. You know what I mean? Y'all better prepare for this. You're gonna hit the and you out. You shot it out. All I see, I'm in the window. I see this nigga, the pilot, all up in the sky. No, I got to be in control. I deal with anybody else, anything, person, place, or thing later in life. When you show up, that's fair. You got to keep it real. I ain't like knocking no a law, Jesus, Buddha, and all them. No. But what we can do is sit down and dialogue and come to terms as to what is profitable and the meaning of end all be all. If there's to be any at all. Huh? When you project your lack of self-love onto others, you accuse them of not loving you enough. And all you see is an unfriendly universe, Louise explains. She further goes on to say, listen, sharing a line from A Course in Miracles, fear shows us one world and love shows us another world. We decide which world is real and we decide which world we want to live in. Keeping in the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. Staying focused. Let's delve into it deep, shall we? It ain't gonna be long, but it's gonna be strong. Now you all know when you get into that idealism of the power of 369, you now joint forces with the like the third dimension, that which governs and dictates the third dimension or the third rail or the third paradigm or the third rail, as I call it, right? Understand, overstand how this operates. Just to give you a little idea, and this is just basic, okay? You're spinning within inside of another universe. Your universe, your world is spinning within inside of another one, and it goes on and on and on and on. Much like the ripple effect when you drop a rock in the water, or that like of the toy that you had. I forget the name of it, but it was a pointed object, plastic, and there were rings. The rings were the colors of your chakra: blue, yellow, orange, red, purple, okay, and green, right? And you will, because of the different sizes, you will put these circles on that standing up stick or pointed object. Now, Keep in mind, this is all plagiarism of that of your synchronicity of how you operate and exist in your universe. So as this universe spins, right, the other one operates on a reverse spinning sphere, and so on and so on. All right, so let's say we got 16 spinning spheres. All right, one goes clockwise, clock, uh, and the other counterclock, right? Clockwise and counterclock, all the way through. All right, so you get this idea of being in like vibrating in a frequency. Now, mind you, we're talking about energy here. Not to get too scientific with terms. We don't want to confuse people and get people book smart. That's not my objective. I've never been book smart. People like to say or think I'm book smart because I had a bunch of books. No, I just studied what was in the books, but that don't make me book smart, right? What makes the person intellectual or idealistic is it when they can still see for what of their own and not be regurgitating any information in which they have viewed, studied, or read. All right. So keeping an idea of that, we want to be sure that we keeping in the energy of the power of the 3, 6, and the 9, which brings you to the I am. And if you ever wonder where somewhere else you have seen something similar like of this, is from your Bible. Some of you may have been a religious person and you've been brought up with that Bible. Yes, that was the God. That was the great God, right? That was to tell Moses in the event anyone was to ask who sent him, his response was to be what? I am. So just think, imagine, here I come upon you and your family. I'm breaking down this high science, powerful information. And you say, well, where do you get this from? Who sent you? I say, I am. I'm coming. I'm pretty much, it's just me. This is basically what we're saying. I am. And see, you ought to go and do the same thing. Become the great I am that you've meant to be, that you've created in this avatar to do and be. Now, before we finish up with the reading of this, I want to read something that of happiness for those who out here it concerns. Right? Some people out here, happiness is a state of a level of heaven. Okay, everybody, happiness don't come with life. Some people think that might be true, but no. Happiness has to be developed. And the only way, I'm not talking about fake, corny, that fake happiness and hey, how you doing? Hey, and they always smiling type nigga. No. True happiness has to be developed and brought from within. See, a goddess can see real happiness. They can see, we can feel through energy, frequency, and vibrationing. All right? Tell yourself, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Before incarnating, your soul created a blueprint, which is you. You're the soul. Again, let's not get book smart and caught up with all the fancy terminologies and the breakdowns of the chi. Well, my pineal gland is extruding the kundalini energy up and down my 33rd vertebrae, which gives me the orgasm both up the root chakra and the crown. No, that sounds good. Trust me, people. I like that. You know, Naeem Akbar was my man. That nigga had me. I had that a dictionary. Then came Malachi York. So Cornell West, Stokely. So I come from people who talk real. What is it? I forget what you would deem it to be, but extravagant with their vocabulary. You know, that's not necessary. We need the common breakdown of the idea of what the said knowledge is representing itself as and of and by. Real simple. If you can perform it better for me, I'll probably get a better understanding because you got to know that most of the people is visual when it comes to their objective and of attaining knowledge, right? And then audio, and then pretty much out of a book somewhere. So this is why I get on social media and I do the reading. So you don't have to do the reading. And at the same time, you get the breakdown. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? Like you hear some shit where a motherfucker have you in your aha moment. You know? So let's close up. Before incarnating into this physical realm in this third dimension, right? You had a plan. And this is where they get a blueprint from. Actually, yours was the red print. Here they call it the blueprint. If you any ask a carpenter or anybody who do contract and work, they a lot of times, all the time, they have what they call blueprints. Well, this blueprint is of what has developed in the person's mind. I don't care if it's a 2-car garage with a 10-bathroom, 10 by 5, you know, a closet and a bedroom with a bathroom in the master bedroom. I need to see this right here. Show me. Draw it out. See, because this is coming out of your mind. You should be able to sit back. You buying the land. So you supposed to, you know how much land. I'm gonna tell you here. Give me the tape measure. Well, we walk it out on this case here when you measure the land. You know what I mean? If you ain't got the necessary equipment, you can walk. But you, you're working with this, that thing, and the other. Feet. You got to fit everything you want on there. Even if you want a driveway for the cars, I can make it where your driveway come up on one side of the house and you go around the back and come out the other side of the house and hit the road again, your main road. That's just in case, say you go grocery shopping. You don't want to bring your groceries to the front door. Got a car around the back. I'll make it any way you want, but you got to visualize this. This is why it tells you in the Bible, in the book of John, that in the beginning was the word. It actually means in another language, the thought. That's the original concept of what that's stating there, people. Atom, Atom. Yeah, you Adam. So after you discovered that blueprint that you created, you got to follow it. Follow in this physical dimension. It's what it's made for. You got to understand and accept everything that comes out and unfold in your life before you. It was something that you preordained. It was already written. You already wrote that. All you got to do now is handle it in the proper manner. This is the life lessons. Listen, everybody on earth come here with the life lesson that they written to carry out to overcome. You're going to see this one day. You hear? If you don't now already. Some of you might. I got some wise people that follow me on social media. You understand what I'm telling you? Stop thinking that You got ailment and ill manners befalling you. You did that. You got to say, oh shit, that's right. I wrote this. How do I handle this and get through it the best way possible? Or do I fuck it up again? Right? And then that got to be put in your code, in your DNA for your next incarnation for another task that you still got to overcome because you ain't completed. Don't nobody get by. Don't think this ain't like school. You might have got by some on your teacher. You cheated on the test. Your girlfriend did your homework for you. No, life is not like that. I'm sorry, people. Nature has a fine way of keeping record of everything we think. Are we clear with this? So, you call it God, you call it whatever you want. Man, Book of God, I know it all. I read them all. Akashic records. Who you think you dealing with here, people? Oh, you ain't seen the memo? Let me move out the way. Now let me stop playing. I'm starting to go on cloud 9. Let me come back down to earth. Stroking that own ego. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. I ain't gonna do it for you. So you better stroke your own motherfucking ego, nigga. You wait for me to tell you you oh, what you want me to do? You want me to call you on the phone? Oh, did I tell you today how beautiful you looked? Oh, ain't nobody tell you that you're doing a great job with yourself and taking care of your kids. Like, no, who does this? You're supposed to take care of your kids. You don't need an award for taking care of your kids. Oh, I'm a proud parent. Let's read on. Stay focused. So, yeah, you wrote this out. So stop crying. Stop boo-hooing. Pull your pants up. Okay? Pull the pants legs down. Put a belt on. Tighten up your goddamn shoes. And walk this journey that you created for yourself. And the easiest way to track this path is to follow your bliss. Life is full of choices and opportunities. Spirit, in its infinite wisdom, has given you the emotion of happiness to guide you. All right? The signposts are always there, but you just have to acknowledge them and have the courage to follow them. You got to keep a cool head so you can be paying attention to why and how this is being set up. I'm telling you, after all, it is you that is doing it. As you hold this magic, infinite knowledge of the, the power that you have, you'll start to feel more energetically of how it is, yes, you that is actually manifesting, manipulating first, I like to say, and manifesting the element through that of. We're going to get into this. Nikola Tesla was telling you this. Study the works of Nikola Tesla and take it on a more metaphysical aspect. Don't take it on a literal. We already got enough light. We don't need niggas creating more lights. We got enough electricities. There's niggas now. I can't even go to Sam's without motherfuckers trying to get me to convert over to another electric company. Now here you come. So I want you to take it on a metaphysical, a spiritual aspect. Because as below, so above. If there's currency and Nikola Tesla was dealing with, which means electricity, then there's the currency and electricity of that, of your state of being in existence. And we want to find this out, whether Great the Nate is actually got something here, whether he's speaking truth or falsehood. All right? So let's close out. This is okay. So, do you feel that you are living a life of happiness? All right. You answer that to yourself. You ain't got to answer me. I don't really care right now. In fact, if everybody did answer it, then you know how tired I'm gonna be listening to all the people telling me, "Yeah, I'm feeling happy right now." Good. In my Judge Judy baritone or energy. I mean, you used to watch Judge Judy. She hit some shit on you like this. Do you think that you're supposed to be taking care of your kids? And you answered it, dumbass question. See, I would have answered it. Yes, Your Honor. I've been fully responsible from day one with my kids, and I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to do. And then, and she'd be like, "Good, case dismissed." She judged before the defendant. Right? You gotta give her child support. Cause see, you done talked your way all the way into what was supposed to be done. But she's upset because you here in front of her in court. Like, if if that what you was on, everything you say you was doing, why are you here? Why does she have to bring you to court? So to the judges, sometimes our actions out here in life is, we think we know what we're doing because you 39 and 47 and 53 and 33 and 13. Listen, you don't even have a clue. You don't. It's been statistically written. Don't be upset. Just accept it and then figure out what percentage I fit in. That's all. I was of the 5%. Always have been, always will be. So in what areas is it lacking? What areas of your life are you lacking in? You want to lift that up. Get with somebody who is giving themselves upliftment in different aspects of life, and you join forces with them. And listen to its language intuitive. If there is someone or a scenario holding you back from experiencing complete happiness, even though it may be painful to admit, you need to be completely truthful. Be mindful of how happiness will affect you every aspect of your life on your life path or journey. Yeah. Also, intuit if there is someone else in your life who needs to be brought into the awareness of happiness. All right. This is important to recognize as well. Others will want to learn from you. And whether you admit it or not, you can be their teacher. Oh, yes. And you ain't even say a word. I tell you, you could be in the penal system and have a motherfucker talk about why you smiling all the time. You don't belong here. What did you do? So when you are filled with love and compassion, not only do you bring happiness into your life, but you lead. You bring others to want to be happy because they feel this. Remember, we have magnetism in us. You can extract and pull in. All right? So walk and be that light, people. It's a beautiful thing. And if your parents haven't told you so, it's okay. Because they're just learning today. Facts. America is still a baby, man. It's not that old. Don't get it twisted. I could tell you America's history in my sleep in one video. Damn. You know what I mean? One stream. I ain't joking, baby. We got cats, man, that do my enlighteners, they did like 16 hours lectures, man. And I stayed up for days until I was delirious. That's right, on gate. So they got to come get him out of there. Yo, move that dude, get him out of there. I'm telling you, if a mosquito was to be around me, it's going to learn. It got to. Else there's no need to be around me. When you say, well, how is it going to learn, Nate? Break it down to me one way. Easy. What do a mosquito do? Bite you, right? And if it come bite me and I'm going to kill it, I'll smack it and it's going to die. What did it learn? Not to bite Nate never again. Right? So in case, and then who knows? Depending on the vibration that the mosquito was in when it was doing this biting, because it could have been biting with love. A mosquito could be injecting you to listen. Oh, y'all better be listening to this. Because you got a lot of creatures that's on your side when you become the Almighty God. You got other gods. And we incarnate and we shapeshift into different creatures, beings, and things to get the tasks and things done in different dimensions. So you may have AIDS and a mosquito come bite you or a bee and you get cured. Or was that a bad thing? Huh? So you got to understand how this cycle is working for you. You're in this big sea, in a big field, in a big ocean. And it's a part of life. It's a part of life. And what did I say in the beginning? I'm not going to go back. You missed it, you missed it. You better watch the video over. Real talk. I'm not going to tell you how to play this game and win it. So you might have beat me at chess, basketball, playing, but you might have beat me playing Madden. But you're not going to beat me at the game of life. I don't let nobody win that race. That's the original race. Don't you know that's the first race? They done got you caught up in race here on Earth. Oh, what race are you? Oh, I'm black. I'm white. I'm Czechoslovakian. You got to be telling yourself in this day and time that you are one with your higher self. All right? Repeat 3 times. I am one with my higher self. I am one with my higher self. I am one with my higher self. Now that higher self is what the Bible is calling the Most High, the Heavenly Father. Remember, it's an esoteric studying of that which is metaphysical, allegorical. All right? Maybe I give you, well, it could be on a percentage of what it wants physical, because we got to remember the Murphy's Law here on the 3rd plane, and that is, it's the mind that makes it real. Right. Remember, this is like Burger King. On Earth is the only, and Earth is inside the ice glaciers. Those who is not aware, let me just bring that little idea out there and let you feed on that, and you might run with it. He said, what the fuck? Yeah, inside the ice wall, that's Earth, Turtle Island, okay, where you can actually have it your way. All right? So you're going to have to know your intentions. You're going to want to know what you're grateful for. You're going to want to know what and who are you creating. Remember, you are subject to change, and you should be changing into a greater, it's like metaphors. What is it? Morphosing, right? Into spawning into a greater creature. You might graduate this realm. Let's put it like this on a below level micro. Here's the micro concept. Bang. I'm gonna make it real simple and easy for y'all, and I'm gonna get up out of here. You graduated third grade. I'm sure I don't have kids as followers, so it'll be safe and suffice for me to say that everybody who watches this vid, hears my information has graded. I will hope and think that you've graduated third grade. Some of you remember how for third grade it was so beautiful for you, and you really didn't want to graduate, and you just thought that if I can just continue school and finish it up with you, Miss Foster, my life will be so great, and I've received my diploma, and I think I'll be happy. Yeah, and what she said, I'm sorry, no, I can't keep you. You excelled third grade. You've done exceptionally well, exceptionally well, right? Remember that? You got all A plus. You got to move on. Well, see, on a higher scale, on the above, on a macro level, what you call your spiritual, it's like something similar of the same thing, people. Huh? And that's why some people they don't want to graduate Earth. They don't want to know this information. They don't want to know this knowledge because subconsciously they know that they. But see, here's the thing. There's a whole lot you're missing out on too. You don't get to see your people. See, because if it's harder, it's going to be harder and harder unless through technology you be able to find your people as they incarnate back here. But who's to say if they don't like me reincarnating on to another dimension? I can't come back here no more. The teacher said I excelled this. What you want me to do? Learn my ABCs and 1, 2, 3s over you again? And discover that Christopher Columbus didn't discover America again, and that we all been hoodwinked and bombarded by the bougie niggas, and you know what I mean, the bone and the no. We ain't gonna have this again. Damn. What I'm gonna do? I guess I'm gonna have to be 33 degree. I'm gonna be born, right? You're gonna be born into some family. They are the royal this. Again, now you got the pineal gland excreting and illuminating. Man, y'all kills me with this. Listen, man, I got to keep moving on. I'm not playing no games with y'all. This is not a we thing. It ain't no we the people. Nigga, I met you here on a journey, just like I meet a nigga on a bus going to AC. Nice meeting you. Yo, hey, and a good talking with you, cuz it was very stimulating. I'm not gonna see that nigga never again. So let me get out of here, man. You know what I mean? Let me see. Did I leave you with enough to chew on? If I didn't, let me read this aloud to you. All right? There is nothing, and I say nothing, let nothing, not your babysitter, not the cat down the road, not the bird in the tree, nothing, nobody in the world that can stop me from manifesting my heart's desire. My faith overrules all other opinions and assumptions. I keep what I see in my mind's eye sacred, and that's okay to do. You ain't got to share your visions with people. In fact, if you know, there's a lot of the most successful people, they don't. You know why? You got spiritual devils and energy vampires, and they're gonna tear your dream down there and cast spells on you. And it's gonna, I'm not gonna say you'll never accomplish it, but it can make it difficult and very hard and when you can do it without these niggas, right? So I create myself and my reality in silence. Are we clear on this, people? Remember, your relationship with yourself is personal. Ask the religious people. I tell no one my claims, because the time will come when they will all confirm the change. That's the part that you wait for. That's the glory. Huh? Make sure you take care of yourself, people, and do it on purpose. I'm out of here. Sending positive energy out to Janice Jubilee. And my whole entire family. We also want to acknowledge Victor Mavella, Calvin Strange Crippen. Yeah. 23 weight. Peace, love, light. With an extra side of darkness on top. Yes, it. Let's not forget the dark side, people. I love the dark side. Never be afraid of your dark side. That's why you see that pop. That's why I got the hyperboloid. Different polarity, the yin and the yang. Some may say, yeah, it's the Masonics, the black and the white. You get into the extent of your information, take it and run with it as such. All right? Remember, ain't nothing wrong. Whatever you see at that time is meant for you to see. Don't let nobody tell you that is wrong. Well, you see what I'm saying? Think about it. That means your mind fucked up. Oh, you tell me, well, I think that because I'm looking at this, it looked like a piece of cake. You know what I mean? A slice of cake. And I'm telling you, no, that's not a slice of cake, man. And you talking about, what do you mean? It looked like a slice of cake. And now we arguing like monkeys. You just think distinctively, initially, without hesitation, describe to me what you seen. Now I'm starting to debate it. Ain't already be fucked up. You see? But no. You wanted to be yellow because 3 people said it was yellow, or 2. You niggas agreed upon that dumbass shit. Good night.